I am back filming more regularly. I'm back with a new video, hopefully gonna start filming more regularly again. My schedule's calming down. I thought that I would do today's video on something that I have been getting asked about more so lately by friends, family, subscribers, in my videos, on my blog, blah, 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 whatever. A big question that I get is how do I start a YouTube channel? How do I start a blog, a beauty blog? How do I get into the beauty industry? How did you get your job with Black Hair Media as a fashion blogger? How do I kind of jumpstart if I want to do all these things as far as YouTube and blogging and all that great stuff? I by no means think I'm the most successful at what I do. I clearly don't think I have the most successful YouTube or blog or whatever else it is that I do. Everything I do is very base level and grassroots, but I am further along than I was 2 years ago when I started, and I feel like I'm building a foundation and I just see it growing. And so I guess I'll share with you what I know and what I did, and hopefully for those of you who are interested in getting into blogging or vlogging or anything like that, I hope that this helps you. Believe it or not, growing up I actually was not into makeup or hair or anything. I don't know, I was just never into makeup. The first time I learned, I actually bought my little starter kit at MAC and started learning kind of how to do my makeup and wearing makeup was for my third pageant that I did. I decided, let me learn how to do my own makeup so that I don't have to pay a makeup artist to do my makeup for me. So I kind of started learning. That was like 3 years ago, probably about a year later. A lot of you guys know I was living overseas for a while, and at this point I was living in Belgium. And I was kind of bored. I was bored and also curious. I wanted to know how to really do my makeup. I wanted to learn how to do eyeshadow and all this kind of stuff. And I was kind of starting to come into my womanhood and I guess my girlness. And so I decided to go on YouTube and start watching videos to learn how to do makeup. I first started looking at hair videos, and then the hair videos brought me to girls that were doing makeup. And I remember the first person that I started watching doing makeup was Makeup by Lena Baby, and she just captivated me. As soon as I saw her videos, I don't know what it was, she captivated me, and she's so gorgeous and so talented. And I kind of watched her and I was like, I want to do this too. So I made my first YouTube video, which was actually me flat ironing my hair. And I was just kind of bored, just doing it for fun, just to figure out the whole filming thing. And I ended up getting a lot of views and a lot of subscribers from my first flat iron video. So then once I saw that people started watching me and were interested in watching my videos and what I do, I just started making more. I continued to make videos while I was overseas, just when I felt like it or I had something to talk about on camera. But I didn't start getting serious about it until 2011. So it's 12, so that would be last August. And that's when I decided that, okay, I think I had about 1,000 subscribers. And once I got to 1,000 subscribers, I was like, okay, it's real now. Maybe I can really do this. So I remember last August 2011 was when I decided, all right, I'm really going to go for this. Yes, after about a year of being on YouTube, that's when I really decided I'm gonna get serious about it. I really wanna put effort and energy into my channel and effort into getting more people to watch me and things like that. So August of last year was when I started my blog, SierraElaine.com. And at first, I didn't do a lot of beauty stuff on my blog. I actually, and you can go to my blog and go through the archives, I mostly started doing a lot of writing, and I just wrote and wrote on topics that were controversial or salacious or in the media or that I felt strongly about. And I just found a love for writing and blogging that I never knew I had. And it just became like an outlet and a method of creativity and expression. And I remember for a while I didn't even film a lot because I was blogging so much. So eventually I kind of had to find that balance and switch back over to filming more on my YouTube channel. And then I saw ads on the Black Hair Media website for contributing authors, basically where you could submit articles and they would pay you and use them if they thought it would be good for their site. And I had been on BHM for years, since like 08, 09, when I kind of started my healthy hair journey. And so one day I was like, I really don't think my article would ever get accepted here, but I'm just gonna do it and just see what happens. I think I submitted my article, and maybe like, it may have even been a month later, 3 weeks. It was a while. I remember it was a while because I was like, okay, they didn't take it. I didn't think they would. And then I got an email saying, you know, we've accepted your article, and I got my little check. And at that moment, it gave me validation. It made me feel like, well, maybe I am good at this. Maybe this is something I can do. Maybe this is something that's been deep inside me that I never knew was there. And at that moment, that gave me that confidence and that push I needed to really like move forth with my blogging and my writing and my YouTube and, you know, all the stuff that I was doing. Fast forward down the line, and being a contributing author, I was kind of subscribed to their news board, or their email messages to contributing authors. And one day they sent out an email saying that they needed a sort of video correspondent for the Bronner Brothers hair show, and that they would fly them out there and they would be a video correspondent, whatever. And I jumped at the chance to do that. I jumped at it as soon as I saw the email. I dropped everything I was doing, because the email said submit your resume and sample of your work. I bypassed that whole thing. I dropped everything I was doing, and I called Russell Epps, who is the CEO of Black Hair Media. His phone number was at the bottom of the email, and I think I just got so excited. I stopped everything I was doing, and I called him on the phone, and I was like, look, I want this job. And you know, the rest is history. I mean, obviously I had to go through the interview process and all that, like, you know, but I was so determined, and I had such confidence and validation in myself at that point that I was like, I'm just going for it. And it seems from there was when the opportunities just started coming in. Around that same time, I also made partner on YouTube, and which was like, I could probably sit here and cry, because that was like one of my most proudest moments. I know it's like not, I don't know, to me it just it was another moment of validation that everything that I kind of worked hard for since last year, trying to put more effort and time into my videos, that it meant something and that it was recognized by someone. And so at that point is when I made partner. Then I got the job with Black Hair Media. So at first, the job with Black Hair Media was supposed to just be me going to the Bronner Brothers hair show and interviewing people and doing that whole thing. Once they saw some of my work with my fashion videos that I did on YouTube and on my blog, they were kind of like, well, why don't we just bring you on as a fashion blogger, and you know, you can kind of do the same sort of thing, but you'll do it on our site. And I totally wasn't expecting that. I just thought that I would, you know, do the gig for once and that would be over. But then it kind of opened up more opportunities for me to have a more permanent job as a staff member there. So that's pretty much where I ended up now with everything. I guess I say all that to say that there's no magic key. It wasn't for me, at least. There's no magic pill or magic method to gaining subscribers or to getting doors to open for you. For me, it was just having that drive and that motivation and the desire to. And I guess my only advice is to people, if you want to start, is there's nothing to it but to do it. Really, there's nothing to it but to do it. Opportunities are not just going to fall in your lap. You have to go out and get them. I've been passive just about what I was doing about with my YouTube channel and my fashion and the jobs that I've gotten. Had I been passive, I don't think that I would have been able to take advantage of some of the opportunities that have come my way. I really had to grasp everything by the hands and kind of take control and say, this is what I want to do. I live in one of the most podunk cities in Louisiana, but yet I am living a part of my dream. I'm doing beauty blogging and I'm doing YouTube videos, and you know, I'm flying to different events across the country, and I'm working in the fashion industry, and it's just mind-blowing to me now, because I never saw this for myself 2 years ago when I sat in front of the computer bored overseas flat ironing my hair. I started my blog because I get this a lot. The system that I use to start my blog is Blogger. So some people use Blogger, a lot of people use WordPress. I think WordPress is probably the most popular, but for me, Blogger was really easy and pretty simple to grasp. So I use Blogger to start my blog. I still use Blogger. So if you want to start a blog, I recommend Blogger or WordPress. If you want to start a YouTube channel, just start a YouTube channel. There's nothing to it but to do it. Start your YouTube channel. And the biggest advice I can say is number 1, be consistent, and 2, be persistent. Be consistent with what you're doing and be persistent with your goals, with where you want to go with what you're doing, and don't falter from that. And you may start off and you may have 2 people watching you or 3 people watching you, but if you really love what you do and you're persistent and that shows through and you work hard at it, then I mean, you will grow. I think that's how most people on YouTube started, is just by sitting down and just deciding to do it. So that's really my greatest advice. So I kind of feel like this wasn't as informative as I had planned it to be. But I don't know, you guys learned a little bit about me and how I got started, and hopefully it was some inspiration for those of you who are wanting to start. As far as equipment, work with what you have. When I started, I used my MacBook camera and I edited with iMovie. Then a year later, once I decided I really wanted to get serious, I invested in an iMac desktop, which is what I use to edit and film now. And you know, hopefully as I grow, I can move up to using like a really nice camera and more intricate editing software. But you know, you have to start where you are and just grow, and that's what I do. I still do my fashion posts with my camera phone, so you know, I do what I can, and I just hope to grow more and more as I go. All right, my loves, that's all I have. I really encourage you guys to leave me any questions that you have below, anything that I didn't answer in this video. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys like this video. Thank you so much for supporting me as always, and I will see you in my next one.